Hi, I'm Vanessa Pollock, co-founder of the Vanessa Pollock Music Initiative, a fund managed by the Achieve Foundation, also known as the VPMI. I want to start with a special thank you to Eileen and Joan of the Achieve Foundation for helping bring the VPMI to life every year, and to the administrators of our school district, our teachers, you all the families, and I want to thank you for listening in today. As we come out of one of the most difficult school years in modern history, I want to congratulate each one of you, the students, for persevering this year in your own unique way and for taking care of yourself through your music. You are so special, and your teachers know this, because they're the ones who made sure that you received the music scholarship this year. They love you so much, and so do I. If this is your first year to have received a VPMI scholarship, then I want to share with you some history, which has led to today. And if you're a repeat recipient, then you've heard this story before, but I hope that you'll listen to it again. The last time I told you this story, the world was different, and so were you. So please listen again and hear it through the reality of today, as it might resonate in different ways for you now. Okay, so if you had asked me when I was a little girl what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would have said, I want to be a dancer. And if you had asked my husband, Charlie Pollock, what he wanted to be when he grew up, he would have said, I want to be an actor. See, Charlie and I grew up in different parts of Texas, but we were both wildly passionate about our pursuit of the arts. I was that kid who would go straight to dance class right after school, dance for hours, rehearse a show, come home late, do homework, go to bed, and do the whole thing over the next day. And by the time I got to high school, I was dancing professionally with Ballet Dallas, as well as teaching dance to children in my town, all while maintaining grades. And I was determined and driven to be a successful dancer, and everything I was doing was pointing me in that direction. I showed up at the ballet bar every single day, repeating the exact same exercises in order to master my craft. Then rehearse a ballet like the Nutcracker all evening long, go home, do my homework into the wee hours of the night. Again, I have a good feeling that some of you remember that schedule of your lives pre-COVID, and I assure you, you will be back to that again soon. Now, at the same time, in another town in Texas, Charlie was throwing himself into constant rehearsal for plays and musicals, also maintaining great grades and being fixated on a career as an actor. When it came time to apply for college, I actually had decided I wasn't going to go to college. I decided I would audition for all the top dance companies, and whoever hired me, that's where I would go work. Well, unfortunately, I was not hired by any of my favorite dance companies. So reluctantly, I decided to go to the University of Texas at Austin, where I'd been given automatic admission and a scholarship. And around the same time, Charlie had auditioned for NYU, had received a scholarship to attend NYU, but the scholarship just wasn't enough for his family to be able to send him there. So he also reluctantly decided to attend the University of Texas at Austin, where his mother had secretly applied for him, forged his name, and he'd gotten admission and a scholarship as well. So during my second year in college at UT, I was hired by a professional modern dance company that was based in Seattle, and I was able to rehearse and perform all around the country while getting my BFA in dance. And at the same time, Charlie was the very first freshman in the history of UT to be cast as the lead in a musical, and he was performing professionally all through Austin. So you can imagine, in the fall of 1994 when we met, we instantly fell in love and knew that we had met our artistic match. It was like it was written in the stars that we were going to combine our drive, our determination, and our commitment to our crafts and become a family and journey through this life together, pursuing our dreams together. After college, we began our New York story, and we lived in the East Village in the late 1990s and were quickly humbled by the work that we were needing to do to realize our dreams. Charlie went from being the star acting student to a busboy at a cafe in the West Village. And I went from being the star dancer in the dance department to being a hostess and waitress at a diner in Tribeca. But our drive and determination never stopped us from continuing to pursue what we knew we wanted to do. Now here's where this story takes an interesting turn. I soon realized that the life and career of a dancer was very short-lived. And I'd spent my entire life identifying as a dancer. That had been my label. And I didn't think about what I was going to do next. My professional career ended, and I was left wondering, what do I do with the rest of my life? And at the same time, Charlie continued to audition and work and go after his dreams as an actor, and doors began to open. And in 2003, everything changed. Charlie had seen some off-Broadway successes, but in 2003, he was cast in the starring role of the Broadway show Urinetown. Now, there were probably hundreds, if not thousands, of actors with way more credits and experience than Charlie at the time. But the role went to him, and later that same year, our first child was born. For me, becoming a mother truly helped solidify my desire to have a future for a next career where I could serve people, and I do it through real estate. I was able to apply my drive and determination and everything that had fueled me as a dancer, standing at the ballet bar every day, but now put it into business. So Charlie and I have been married for almost 24 years now, and he's gone on to perform in over a dozen Broadway and off-Broadway shows, as well as movies and TV shows. And I have had the distinct privilege of building and leading the #1 real estate team in our area, providing service to this community that we love. But what does that have to do with today? And you being a recipient of the Vanessa Pollock Music Initiative Award. Well, years ago, Charlie and I decided that we wanted to give back to this community that we love so dearly. And we wanted to give back in a deep and meaningful way. You see, what you really need to hear today is that the foundation of our last 20 plus years of life and marriage together has been rooted in a deep faith. And that faith has been our guiding force. And it's really led by 2 rules. And the second one I'll share with you right now. And that rule is to love people. So we wanted to establish an outward expression of our love for people. And we decided to put it into music education. You see, our family and our son and our kids are filled with kindness, compassion, and drive, and they all love music. And we realized that our businesses had given us the blessing of music for our family, and we wanted to be sure that that instruction and those instruments were available to other children who have that same love of music. So we established the Vanessa Pollock Music Initiative. Well, really, it should be called the Vanessa and Charlie Pollock Music Initiative. We'll work on that. And we are so grateful that this community has partnered with us on this initiative for so many years now. Because through our partnership with the community and Achieve, we've been able to provide music lessons and instruments for so many. So if you're a donor, we want to thank you for everything that you've donated, your time, your resources, and we ask that you consider continuing that support. And if you're a scholarship recipient, I want you to know that you were nominated to receive this award because of your drive, your determination, and your commitment to your musical pursuits. But please know that receiving this scholarship comes with no expectations. Our only hope is that you will continue to pursue excellence in your life, like you have your music. You very well may go on to have a successful career in the arts and be well respected and regarded within the music industry, just like Charlie is so regarded within the Broadway community. Or you may be like me, and you may apply your drive and determination to a different career than you had ever expected. Perhaps a business career where you too can serve your community and give back. But our greatest hope is that when someone asks you what you want to be when you grow up, you'll say, I want to be kind and courageous and passionate and driven and determined and generous and pursue excellence in everything I do. Because those are the character traits that define your identity. We're so proud of you. We love you, and we pray that you have the best summer you could possibly have ahead of you. God bless you, and thank you so much for your love and your drive and your determination. Have a great summer.